everyone. There's an accident up the road, and I just left my brother's. I woke up with gum or candy in my hair. I just got dressed, jumped in my car. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited, you know, about Christmas and everything. So I finally had to take an Ambien. And of course that knocks me out for 8 hours, but at least I got 8 hours of sleep. So yesterday, my sister-in-law was having this horrible problem with a BMW that she has for her son. It had to be taken to a shop, and they didn't let some water out, and it had a little bit of a leak problem. Whatever the case was, the whole interior is covered with mold. And I'm thinking that it's too toxic for her son to even be in, because he had neuroblastoma as a little baby, and it is a miracle he's even alive. So they have to watch him extremely careful. And then, of course, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, had breast cancer. So these are highly toxic things that they don't need to be around. I mean, you could see the mold growing this thick on the seat belts. Anywhere there was fabric. And I know that there are neutralizers that you can pump into the system, or an ozone thing, a machine. But I don't know how in the world you're going to get the actual mold off of the cloth seats. I just don't know. It seems like it's going to be one hell of a detail job, if it can be salvaged. I don't know. It's very sad. Yeah, and the mechanic did a lot of work without disconnecting the battery. See, I'm thinking that whenever you work on certain cars, you have to do that, you know. If you don't, you burn up other systems. That's also part of the issue with the car, why it was in the shop. But yeah, when you have a car that's being towed and going to be sitting in a tow yard for a while, any number of things could happen, you know. So then I went and got my cup of coffee at this place called Why Not Stop. And I don't get out much.
We found a faster route via US 1 South, which saves 5 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap no thanks.
No thanks. Why does she have to talk to me when I'm going down the road? I don't know. Ugh. Is everybody getting off at Stafford? Well, I'm not. It's a bad accident. 2.5 miles from where I'm at right now.
In 800 feet, take exit 140 for County Road 630 towards Stafford.
Why of all days? You know, this is why you always have to keep a full tank of gas whenever you're on these interstates. You have to make sure that you go to the potty. You never know what's going to happen. Now, I could get off at this exit, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Depressing this clutch is depressing it, so I still haven't gotten my tail light fixed. So, I got to eat out a couple times. The only thing bad about staying at other people's house, if you're hungry, they don't eat until they're hungry. You know what I'm saying? And when you see the people's progression of their lives and their houses, you know, at one time, just like the house that I...
Take exit 140.
I'm not going to take exit 140. Houses live and breathe on the occupants in it. I mean, and I think the houses take on whatever's going on in that house, you know. Everybody's going off of exit 140. No, I don't think I want to. I think it's going to be like a 12-minute delay. I don't know. So one of the subscribers hit on the fact that I do go from one topic to another. Well, I've always done that. But I think since I've gone through 2 windshields, it's probably a little bit more of an issue. But he's the only one that's ever brought it to my attention. I already knew that about me. I'm always all over the place. I didn't put on my eye makeup. I think a lot of people are going to take this exit 140. I'm glad I left just like 7 hours of leeway time before my shift, because you never know what could happen, you know. Anybody who doesn't leave a little extra for work is really asking for it. Oh, look, we're actually moving. So I got to get out of my town for 3 days, and it was wonderful.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Courthouse Road.
I don't know why this woman wants me to take this exit. I don't want to. I guess they must have cleared the accident.
Head south on I-95 South. Continue on I-95 South for 7 miles.
So let me tell you about when I went to get some coffee at the Why Not Stop. I pulled out this little white handle thing to get the half and half or the whole milk, and I pulled it out too hard. It came out all the way, and it was gushing everywhere. I was so embarrassed. I go, you know what? I'm going to ruin their whole store if I don't try to stick that white thing back into the hole to stop the flow of the milk. I tried to look for paper towels and I couldn't find any, so I had to apologize profusely at the counter to the poor guy staring at me thinking, what have you done? What have you done? So I am so sorry. I mean, the design on that machine was just not that great. Anybody can just pull on it a little too hard and milk starts going everywhere. So, yeah, I got to try 2 new restaurants, and I already had ate at Uncle Julio's before. But I don't like, when you're ordering shrimp fajitas, you want to see onions and green peppers, and they put no onions and green peppers, and they put pineapple in it. Who does that? Is that an authentic Mexican dish? I don't think so. I have never seen one like that. I don't know. I like spicy stuff. So I did talk to my son yesterday, and he was very distressed about his sister. I don't know if I've ever told all of you all, but my daughter has borderline personality disorder. And it can be, I might sneeze, it can be a very serious issue. You should read up on it. I told my son, I said, no matter what issues you're having with your sister, she loves you. And I tried to tell him, I said, people who have mental problems, you're supposed to love even more. You don't stop loving somebody just because they have something, they've been diagnosed with some mental issue. You don't stop loving somebody, you love them more. I think I may stop at Gato's? The clothing store? I don't know, it's been so long since I've been into one, I don't know forgot how it's worded. But yeah, these issues with BPD, borderline personality disorder, you take it seriously. So I found out my ex-husband's girlfriend moved out. Well, lets me know she's not as, she's a little bit, took her a while though. I'll just put it that way. It took her a while to see the light. I mean, some of these elderly men that are with these women that are 25 years younger than them, don't they realize when everybody sees them on the street, they're saying, is that your dad? Is that your dad? To me, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I may have to get over in the other lane. Well, it's going into 10 minutes. I guess I should stop this video, I guess. All right. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.